There are three residencies that Americans typically ignore, three countries which have straightforward path, safety, great quality of life, bang for the buck, property taxes, a low territorial tax system, lot of advantages. And typically, if you look at the options online, people usually get stuck in a couple of different options, couple of different directions. One is you want the EU, you go to Portugal, but don't forget there's up to 48%, even exceeding 50% based on your income thresholds, and the thresholds are pretty low, right? So let's say you earn 80 to 90k euros, you're easily crossing the 48% taxation, worldwide taxation. What the hell are you doing going to Portugal? So that's one of the popular options. It's just marketing gimmick, the whole Portugal golden visa, just to sell that. A lot of people just made up the story that this is a great tax saver, a great affordable place. It's not affordable. How can it be affordable when the taxes are close to 50%? Not at all a good option in 2026. So this is one of the options that you're dealing with. The second option that you're comparing this with is Latin America. Now, while Latin America is good, there are easy options, great residency options. The biggest con a lot of Americans don't consider is the language barrier. So yes, getting a back pocket residency to warm your back pocket, it's good. There's nothing wrong in collecting more residencies. These are backup options, plan C's, plan B's. Never hurts to have them in the portfolio. But when you're talking about a quality life, when you're talking about a good life in a country, you want safety, you want the weather, you want friendly people, you want English speaking population, you want less pollution, you want a premium residency, you want the affordability, you want it all. So what are the options? The options are quite different. They're hidden gems, which no one really talks about. And I wanted to compare three of the top options in Asia, three residencies in Asia. But before I deep dive into these options, in case you're new to this channel and if you haven't subscribed, then please take a moment, check your subscription and turn it on. It helps me get you breaking news, analysis, and on time. The first option on this list is the Malaysia MM2H. I'm going to compare this with the two other leading residencies in this video, so make sure you stay through till the end. This is going to be a complete guide with all the requirements, how much time it takes, and all that kind of stuff. And at any point in time, right, whether it's Portugal, whether it's the Latin residency or any of these residencies, if you are looking to get started with professionals, a team on the ground who can help you end to end to secure these residencies, you can always click the link, book a call, and we can get you started on the option of your choice. The first one, as I said, is the Malaysia MM2H. This is my Malaysia, my second home program. And the structure, it has three tiers in 2026. This is the latest, right? It has three tiers. Silver, the 5-year visa. Then you have gold, 15 years, platinum, 20 years, and the minimum applicable age is 25. So as long as you're over 25, most of the people watching this channel are over 25. So you should be good. Majority of you guys should be good in case you're considering this one. What are the financials? The financials range from requiring a fixed deposit, a bank deposit. So you're putting money in your own bank. You're not donating, you're not gifting, you're simply depositing money in your own bank. It's starting off with 150k USD and ranges all the way up to 1 million USD. So if you're going for platinum 1 million, most people are going to stick to silver. Bang for the buck, the 5-year residency. You can keep renewing this 5-year residency and you're depositing 150k in the bank. Pretty straightforward. Property now in 2026 is mandatory. So you're looking at purchasing a Malaysian real estate and the minimum value is 600 RM, and which is equivalent to approximately 150k USD. So 150k in the bank, 150k in property. This is for the silver. Again, if you are looking to go for the platinum, then it's 500k in property. Most people are going to stick to 150 in the bank, 150 in the property. What is the presence and can you work? Now, the minimum stay of 90 days, cumulative days per year is mandated. And this is completely waived for people over 50. So if you're 50 plus, there's no mandatory physical presence required. It's waived. But if you're less than 50, then you need the 90 cumulative days per year of physical presence, and your family members can complete this, so there is some flexibility. And only the top tier, which is the platinum pass, allows business ownership or local employment rights. Silver and gold are strictly passive visas, so you can't have a business, you can't work if you are looking for the silver, but if you have the platinum, then everything is allowed. And there's a interesting, it's not a hack, but it's a variation, there's a version of this MM2H, and it's in Sarawak. It's a different state, it's a different region. And if you strike the MM2H through the Sarawak, which is the SMM2H, then you're looking at a flexible 10 years social visit pass issued in 5 plus 5-year increments. It's similar to the silver tier. The minimum age here is 30. Again, most people are going to qualify just fine. Financials are significantly lower. The thresholds are significantly lower than the federal program and requires a fixed deposit of Malaysian 150K, which is approximately USD 36, let's say 37K USD for a single applicant, and 73 or 74K USD for a couple in Sarawak based bank. And there's a proof of offshore income that you need to show. And the threshold is pretty low. Most people would be fine with this. And the threshold is 1700 USD per month for singles and 24 or 2450 per month for couples. Now, the property and presence. Property purchase is optional. So if you're not looking to buy a real estate abroad, then this is a perfect one. There's zero minimum annual stay required to maintain the visa, and policy updates allow path to work or active local business ownership under separate licensing. So yes, you can obtain a license, open up a business. That is all allowed with the Sarawak program. The problem is you'll have to go and reside in Sarawak. That's the condition that you're looking at. Otherwise, if you're okay with that, then Sarawak MM2H is a bang for the buck. Much better, much flexible, much easier to maintain and manage as compared to the main federal MM2H. The second country on this list also is one of the most amazing countries, breathtaking beaches, natural beauty, a very affordable, extremely affordable country. Your dollar is going to go a long way in this country, and this is the nation of Philippines. And Philippines has two types of visas. The first one is SRRV, which is called as a Special Resident Retirees Visa. In this, you have indefinite residency with multiple entry privileges managed by the Philippines Retirement Authority. Following recent major reforms, the minimum age is now 40, split into 40 to 49 and 50 plus age brackets. Now, if you're 50 plus, then this requires a 30K USD deposit in the bank and drops to US 15K if you have a guaranteed monthly pension from the US of more than 800 plus. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to qualify. And if you are under 50, you fall between the ages of 40 to 49, then this requires a US 50K deposit in the bank and drops to US 25K with a qualifying pension. So if you have a pension, most people aren't going to have pension between the ages of 40 and 49, but for whatever reason, if you have it, then it goes to 25K. Otherwise, for most people, it's going to be 50K. For property and presence, no structural real estate purchase is mandatory, and there is zero physical presence requirement to keep this visa active. So essentially, this is a paper residency. Most of my viewers love the term paper. They love paper residencies. Even though you could live in the country, you want to live in the country, there shouldn't be mandatory enforcement for whatever reason, right? For your business, for your work, or you just don't feel like you want to stay abroad, you just want to maintain the residency or have the residency, you should have the capability or the flexibility of having that paper residency. The moment someone enforces something, they're taking away from your freedom. And that is what I don't like. That is what a lot of you don't like. Then there is the second one, which is the SIRV, which is the Special Investors Resident Visa. And here you're looking at indefinite investor residency aimed at active capital injection rather than the retirement route. And this is open to anyone over the ages of 21 or older. This requires a minimum remittance and active active investment of 75,000 US dollars, and this capital of 75K cannot be placed in a passive bank account or residential real estate. It must be actively converted into economic assets such as equity in a new or existing Philippines corporation or shares in publicly listed companies. So we have partners, registered partners, performing partners who you can tie up with. You can structure this in various ways. So again, there's a lot of flexibility. You choose which instrument you want to actively invest the 75K in, and you could qualify for SIRV visa. I'm going to do a comparison. I'm going to tell you my winner. If I were to pick one of these options and move, which country is it going to be? I'm going to rank these options as well. The third one on the list is Thailand. Again, as I said, all three are going to be in Asia. There are a couple of options in Thailand. A lot of people aren't aware what options exist. I'm going to cover all with the requirements. The first one is the Thailand Privilege Card. Formerly, this was known as the Thai Elite Visa. This is a multi-entry residency program run as a premium paid membership. It's more like a club membership. You pay the money, you get the membership, and then you have this option. Granting 5, 10, 15, or 20-year visas along with luxury airport perks, pick up and drop off and that kind of stuff, open to all ages. For financials, this is purely a fee based with no investment or deposit recovery. Core membership entry options start at USD 27K, right? So that's the starting for the 5-year gold package, and it goes up all the way to 150K for the 20-year tier. So you can choose which one you want. I think this is not a bang for the buck purely from a financial standpoint, unless you're an ultra high net worth individual who just does not care about these tiers. It does not make any difference. It's a drop in the ocean, then it works. But if you're not an ultra high net worth individual, then of course these are expensive, luxurious memberships in this country. Work strictly classified as a tourist or leisure visa. It does not grant local work or business authorization. So purely spending more time is like a long-term tourist visa with some luxury perks. And that is the Thai Elite Visa, as it was called formerly. Now it's officially known as the Thailand Privilege Card. It's a privilege. This is a privilege card. And then the second option is the LTR visa. It's the long-term resident. Most people are going to eye this type of visa because at least it's much stronger or more protection than the tourist version of this one. This is a high-tier renewable 10-year visa, 5 + 5 years, targeting specific profiles like wealthy global citizens, wealthy pensioners, work from Thailand professionals, which is remote workers, and highly skilled professionals. For financials, the wealthy pensioners age 50 plus a minimum passive income or pension of USD 80,000 per year is required, and this drops to 40,000 per year if paired with a 250K USD investment in Thai bonds or real estate. Remote workers must show a personal income of USD 80K per year. Pretty straightforward. A lot of people earn that much. So you show the income, you qualify, and be employed by an established revenue qualifying overseas company. The perks includes a streamlined digital work permit, access to a flat 17% personal income tax rate for skilled professionals, and an upgrade to 1-year immigration reporting instead of the Thailand standard 90-day check-in. So now one year, it's you're free to live for 1 year and then you report. You don't have to do the 90-day run-ins each time with immigration. What is the winner out of the three? I think whatever gives you a more solid base is a winner. Out of the three, I think Malaysia and Philippines win for the stability of the residency that it provides. Both residency permits are pretty solid, pretty grounded, so you have a good foundation to base yourself. Let's say you're purchasing real estate. You want protection, you want a local permit. I think the winner country out of this list is clearly Malaysia. And Malaysia, because of the safety, the quality of life, the premium options that you get in Malaysia, it's far better. You can compare this with something like a Singapore, right, for the quality of life. So clearly, if you're looking for to live, to physically spend your time, then Malaysia wins. Philippines is an extremely on a budget option. Both Malaysia and Philippines, the biggest pro is that they are both English speaking nations, extremely beautiful nations with beautiful beaches, helpful, wonderful, and friendly local population. So you're going to have a lot more options. In Philippines, you can hire domestic help. It's pretty affordable to do all that kind of stuff. So if you're someone who is on an ultra thin budget, then I would say Philippines is a good option. But if I had to pick a winner, then Malaysia wins hands down. Thailand is a good option. I just don't personally like it as much when I compare to the other two options, and simply because of the language. Other than that, there's no other differentiation. So a couple of things actually. So language is an issue as far as I'm concerned. And second is the stability or the strength of the permit. Every year you go and check in with immigration. That's still somewhat of a trip, right? A hassle, I would say. The other two are 5-year permits, so that's more relaxed, more solid, more grounded. So that's my assessment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, which according to you is the best option to go for in 2026. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and catch you in the next one.